Hey guys, any of you who follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any of that stuff, you would have seen me mention around the first of the year that I was obsessing and really wanting to get my hands on some pieces from the Joan Collins Timeless Beauty Collection. Like any good Virgo, I get a job done. And I do have a bunch of products that I'm going to be showing you today. This is a haul video. I've been doing an international swap with my friend Crystal from Instagram. We've been sending each other products back and forth for a while now. Some of the things that you're going to see here today are products that she's actually sent me. Others are ones that I've gotten from PR, and a good amount of them are ones that I have purchased. I will tell you where in a second. These won't be complete reviews. I will be reviewing this stuff, using this stuff in the future, but I have been really liking what I have so far. So I thought, let's just talk about some of this. Now, this isn't a collection that is available very easily in the US. You do have to import it. My personal recommendation, just a personal recommendation, not a commission, not anything like that. They don't even know that I'm talking about this. urbanretreat.co.uk. I have had outstanding, incredible, remarkable, amazing customer service from them. Probably one of the best companies that I have had experience with. So if I had more thumbs, I could have been on American Horror Story Freak Show, but I still would have given them thumbs up to them for that. I have already done a review on the Joan Collins Timeless Beauty First Base Foundation, so you can check that out. I will include a link in the description of this video to that. I also have, it's amazing, by the way, I love this, and I actually have on order all of the other shades that are available in this foundation, because that's how much I like it. There is the Joan Collins Fade to Perfect concealer. This comes in 3 colors, I believe. I have Fair. I really like this. I don't know if it's as much of a concealer or more of a highlighter. I use it like I would use Touche Éclat or any Click type highlight pen, and I really like it for that. Now there are face powders. I'm going to try and slow down and take a breath. I just know we've got a lot of ground to cover here because there's a lot of stuff. I have the loose powder and then the pressed powder. There's a nice mirror in the top. All of the products, one of the things that I love about them, this is one of the blushers, they have a huge, gigantic mirror. The compacts are also very hefty. They are plastic and metal, and they have a good weight to them. They just feel heavy, which I love. They're also magnetic, so they do snap close really nice. Now this is the pressed powder compact duo. This is one of the things that attracted me to the brand in the first place. I am a huge fan of old vintage compacts and packaging. I love that they used to have powder and then a spot for your lipstick. This is just missing some place to put your cigarettes that you shouldn't be smoking. Don't smoke. But this is really cool, and so I really wanted to check this out. Now you'll notice that all of the compacts are Art Deco. The whole collection is very Art Deco inspired. I saw a show on QVC. She had mentioned that the packaging was all inspired by, I believe it was a handbag of her mother's. The compact here has one side is the powder. It comes with a little puff, and then there is a lipstick. Now this lipstick does not come out once you have this closed. You can't. You have to open this up to get the lipstick out. You can get any lipstick from the collection. It does come with one, and you can pick which one you want, and you can also replace it with any of the lipsticks in the collection. I really like this. The powder, I'm going to talk about this. The powder, I also have the same thing in a bronzer, and then I have blushers. Natural Glow, which is sort of like a bronzer. It's more of a red, pinky bronze than the larger bronzer here. This is more orange. This one is hard for me to wear. This one I can wear as a bronzer. This is Rose. This is Dusky Pink right here, which I always want to say Dusty Pink, but that's just because it's my name. And then I'm trying to open up with one hand and my elbow, which isn't working very well. Coral, which is right here. These are the blushes. The powders, the blushes, the eyeshadows, which I will get to in a moment, all have a very wonderful smoothing quality about them. that I really, really like. Especially as you get older, once you start working around in this area, especially with anything shimmery or highlighty, the lids on your eyes, they don't look as smooth. You can see the fine lines around in here. These powder products all work really well to smooth those lines. Dusky Pink is a really good example. Has almost a highlighty effect to it. It's very glowy and shimmery, a little frosted, not overly so. And it actually looks really good. It doesn't emphasize any lines around in here. So I have been obsessed with that one. That's been one of my favorites because it just looks so good. Because I do I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'll be 39 in August. I have lines around in here in my eyes, and I notice it now. You just see these things. We all get there, hopefully. There's not much of an alternative. So there you go. Moving on, since I showed you the lipsticks and the compacts, let's talk about the lipsticks. This is the Joan Collins Timeless Beauty lipstick. This tube is so cool because it really snaps closed. It's really, really heavy. If I hear one more person saying that it looks like a Charlotte Tilbury tube, I'm going to scream, because this is a Joan Collins Timeless Beauty lipstick tube. Hang on one second. This is an Estee Lauder signature lipstick tube. These have been out for a long time. I'm assuming if you look at any old antique lipstick tube, a lot of them look like this. A lot of them are metal and ridged. I assumed that Charlotte Tilbury was doing the same thing that Lauder was doing, which I assumed was just having a lipstick tube that looked kind of vintage and old-fashioned. I think that's the idea here as well. The colors that I have, starting with Lady Joan right here, which is a very pretty kind of dark fuchsia. The colors are actually all, except for that one, named after characters that Joan has played in film, on stage, or on television. I will do swatches at another time. But we have Sadie right here. We have Helene, Alexis, that should be a familiar one. Melanie, Marilyn. As a side note, one of my favorite films is Empire of the Ants. That's the name of her character in Empire of the Ants. And I love that she had a sense of humor enough to not deny the fact that she was in a lot of what we might call bad horror movies in the 70s. But I love them. I love her horror movies from the 70s. I think they're great. Sabina right here. And then one of my favorites is Fontaine. This is a gorgeous, bright, hot pink. Fontaine is also it's just one of my favorite characters. It's one that she'd played in The Stud and The Bitch, also in the 70s, which are sort of kind of soft core porn, both based on Jackie Collins novels. And I know that Lucky gets all the attention, but I really like Fontaine. The lipsticks are all very moisturizing. They're very, very soft. I think they apply best with a brush, and they have a lot of color. There's a lot of sort of color impact. Talking about lip products though, and then I know we're spending so much time. There are 4 lip pencils. There's also a nude one that I don't have, but I have red, brick, pink, and plum. Now I haven't actually gotten a chance to use these yet, so I'm not going to comment on them, but I do have them. I also have 5 lip glosses, and I have used, I think, 3 of these. I have Ava right here, Monte Carlo, Too Hot to Handle, Piper, and Pearl. Let's move on to the eye products. I have 2 mascaras here. There are only 2. There's a black and a brown Class Act mascara. I will talk about those more when I do a review, but I have them. I don't have the liquid liners, but I do believe they are on the way. I also have eyebrow pencils here. Look at the length, and let's just talk about this for a second. The length of these pencils is insane. This is the box. When I opened up my package the first time and I saw this, I was like, this is a crazy long box for a pencil. How much of this is filler? Like none of it, because these pencils are so long and I love it. It feels so dramatic to have something this long applying your makeup. It's so exaggerated, and I absolutely love it. They're very lean and very sleek, and they just look really cool. The brow pencils, they're duo-ended. There's a black and a brown, and then there is sort of a taupey, more goldeny kind of color, and a more gray silver. Not silver, but, gray taupe. Really like them. They're very, very soft. Just be aware of that. If you like a harder pencil, and personally I do, these are probably not something that you're going to like as much. I use them with a brush, and that helps me a lot. But they're all very, very soft. A lot of the products are very, very soft and silky feeling. The eye pencils that I have here, there's a brown and a black, just plain brown and black eye pencils. These are very core collection products. And then there are 2 eyeshadow quads. Now, as a side note, one of the things that I found pretty cool and interesting, again, the Virgo in me loves this. This is the eyeshadow palette. This is the blush. Then you have a bronzer and the powder. And the loose powder is also labeled the same way. The label on the back of all of the products is different colored. So when these are kicking around in your bag, and I've had this experience, they all look the same from the front. So at the back, okay, this is my eyeshadow palette, and this is my blush. And I actually think that that's it's just a fun attention to detail that I really liked. So there are 2 eyeshadow quads. There's one sort of geared for warmer skin tones, and then one for cooler skin tones. It's basically the idea here, that you can use them however you want. Each one has 3 matte shades and then a glitter shade for special occasions. There's a gold glitter in this one and a silver in this, and then just sort of black, gray, silvery, and these are all just browns. Now let's move on to 3 final products, and then I will let you go. I bought the mirror. I couldn't help it. This is the Joan Collins crystal mirror. It does have the Joan Collins Timeless Beauty logo on the back. It is just a gold mirrored compact, one side magnified, one side not, and then all these crystals in the front. This is so, so pretty. And I want to say that in low light, this sounds funny, in like a restaurant, because I pulled this out, in a restaurant, candlelight, anything like that, this sparkles like crazy. This just, you really, really notice it. It is so pretty. I love this thing. It's very, 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 very heavy. Now I also, because I couldn't help it, I bought the case with the collection. I'm going to show you what it looks like here. I really liked it. It has kind of a nod to an old hat box, or that old kind of Art Deco vintage look. I've actually really, really liked it. It's got 2 zippers that zip around the side. It is a hard shell case, if you can tell, which is very, very, very nice. So nothing really gets banged up. Everything stays really sturdy. There are 2 mesh pouches here, one large one over here, and a divider in the middle with 6 elastic bands to hold pencils, and then 6 more mesh pouches to hold brushes with a flap if you want to protect the bristles. The thing that I want to talk about that's really cool about this, that just sort of blew me away by one of those, oh my God, that's ingenious. The pouches here, and this does fit quite a lot. Everything that I'm showing you fits in this case because I keep it in this case. The pouches, just like this, they hold quite a bit. There are little clips here, little snaps, and one right here. These are actually magnetic. So when you put it back, it just like finds its home and snaps right back into place, which I think is really awesome. And the large one does the same thing too. It has the same little magnet. You snap it out, and then you just put it right back. So cool. Now the last thing I'm going to talk about is the body lotion. This is the I Am Woman fragranced body lotion. I wanted to know what the perfume smelled like, and the body lotion is something that you can buy and ship overseas very easily from a retail place. Joan Collins, and anytime that I've seen her on QVC or anybody mention this or talk about it, this is a very feminine, it's very womanly, keep you feminine, I can't think of another word to use, fragrance is how it's described. I could not disagree more. Which is a horrible thing to say, because I should tell you my Joan Collins story, because I did my foundation review, right? And in my review, I posted it on the blog. I referred to this as liquid Photoshop. She read it and sent me a tweet when she was on QVC in between segments, she actually tweeted me and said, "That's awesome, liquid Photoshop. I love it. Can I use that?" And I said, "Yeah." And then 30 minutes later on QVC on air, she uses the line. So I was like, that's awesome. So I hate to disagree with her. But, and when I see it talked about that way, I want to say, stop, sell it. Sell it to everybody. This is one of the sexiest, most sensual, earthy, I don't want to say aggressive, but almost aggressive, but not, I don't mean that in like a really like, oh, this smells really heavy. This is amazing smelling. And I think this smells good on everybody. And I don't care what anybody says. I will disagree with them on that if they say no. This smells good on a man, on a woman, anyone who wants to smell awesome. This smells so good. It has a little bit of a citrus to it. It has a very, what I describe as ancient civilization sort of worldliness about it. This smells like something Cleopatra would use to snag men. This is, I keep wanting to use the word sensual. It's amber, it's sandalwood. It is so, so warm and so inviting and just, and nothing that I've smelled smells like this. This is incredibly unique, and I mean that, honestly. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. Totally check it out. Please make this available in the US in the actual perfume and the lotion. I'm really hoping that this launches in the States, this whole collection. It's done, from what I can tell, it's done really well in the UK. So I'm hoping that it does well enough that they decide they want to tackle the American market and bring it here, because this is really cool, and there's some really nice products here. That's it. Oh my gosh, thanks so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. If you have tried any of these products, please share and leave a comment in the comment section. Let people know what it is that you liked or perhaps didn't like. If you have any questions about this that you'd like to ask me, please leave it in the comment section and we'll do my best to get back to you. Yeah. Expect to see more reviews and demonstrations, demos, and applications and all that stuff down the road. Always make sure that you're following me. If you have Instagram, follow me on Instagram. It's the place that I am more often than not. I do try and repost things that I post there on Facebook and Twitter as well. But I'm always posting things that I bought, things that I'm testing, anything like that on Instagram. The Dustinhunter is the name. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I don't put the there because I think I'm not important. It's just that there were other Dustin Hunters, so I had to just go with that. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Until I see you next time, which will be soon, please remember, take care and drive safe.